Okay, so it's daytime. I'm just gonna do like a little ride along thing. I'm very aware of my gobble gobble. I don't like it. If I didn't smoke cigarettes, I could have some kind of cosmetic surgery. But you know what? Don't rage against the machine. Getting older has its perks, you know. You get grandbabies. I don't know. I don't really like birthdays that much because I feel like they symbolize getting older, but at the same time, it means I lived another year, which if you know me at all, you know that's a miracle. So I am getting an order going 1.8 miles for KFC, and the pay is $7.75. I will definitely take that. I'm headed to the KFC to pick up this order. There's this little guy on like a scooter thing, and he's like, I don't want to run him over. Oh, poor guy. I mean, I feel like somebody's gonna hit him because not everybody cares that much about other people lately, it seems. I don't know. Maybe I'm just observing that through my own unique lens, but I do feel that kindness has become less common lately. And again, it could just be my perspective, because I guess perspective really does matter. But anyway, I'm here to pick up this order. We'll see. Okay, we have the order. I didn't even have to wait that long. And it says I have until 1:10 to drop it off. And I'm like a minute. Well, this says I'm 4 minutes down the street, but I don't know that I believe that. Because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this has to be the hotel, because there's nothing else like that could be that address. So I guess we'll find out. Seems like after living in this town, because I'm not going to call it a city, but in this town for as many years as I have, you know, I wouldn't need a GPS to get me around. But the truth is, I spent all my time that I've lived here just basically working at the restaurant that I worked at, and I would just go to work and come home, and I didn't really get out and do much. And you know, aside from this main drag right here where the grocery stores and fucking whatever, you know, oops, I have such a bad potty mouth, I have to stop. Anyway, aside from those places, I didn't have any reason to go back in these little neighborhoods. So it was really surprising to me, not only to know that there is so much of this town that I didn't know existed, but also some of the areas are super pretty. Like, oh, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like that Baymont Inn. I'm pretty sure. It doesn't say in the delivery instructions, but I don't see what else it could be. So, we'll find out, but I'm almost there. Definitely not 4 minutes. I'm gonna make the next right and I will be arriving. So, here we go. So she was super nice. I know her, I've delivered to her a lot, so I was correct. It was the Baymont. I didn't even take my phone inside for that one just because, you know, it's not gonna result in fraud. Yeah. So one thing I have found, which is pretty cool, and I don't know if it's like this in big markets. I'm in a really small market. Like, I feel like the largest or longest I could be asked to drive would be like maybe 11 or 12 miles. And it just depends on what time of day, what the pay is, blah, 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 if I'm willing to do that, because it also takes me out of the zone. But anyway, back to what I was saying. It's a small market, and because of that, I feel like they seem to match Dashers with, I don't like the angle of this, oh, whatever. I feel like they match us with the same customers. So there's one guy who's like the OG Dasher for this town. So like he started doing it full time when it came to my town, which I feel like I want to say that was maybe 3 years ago. But yeah, he started doing it like full time, and everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. You know, he's on point. He keeps his vehicle nice and clean. He uses, you know, he's got, like, he does all the things, you know. And one compliment to me is that I notice I'm getting a lot of people that are telling me it's either me or him. I'm not going to say his name just because, well, you know, I don't know if he wants his name out there or whatever. But yeah, his name's always mentioned, and it's always like, oh, it's so funny. It's always either you or, you know, we'll call him Joe, because that's not really his name. But it's either you or Joe that show up, and they love him. And like, he brings dog treats for their dogs and stuff. So that's kind of a compliment to me. And I guess this town has a kind of sour taste in their mouth about DoorDashers because some of them have come through with like really filthy cars, like cats in the car. Some of them go inside the stores and they're immediately like just acting fools, you know, like, I'm sorry to put, it's funny. So just acting like fools, like, you know, treating the staff like shit. And like, I walk in and I'm super laid back. So I'm like, oh, fuck it. What else am I going to be doing? So I think that most of the businesses are starting to know that I'm not going to be that person. You know, I'm not going to come in and start pressuring people. But yeah, there's definitely a problem with I think there's a lot of Dashers here for being such a small area. And so for those of us who, you know, do it well and give good customer service and, you know, take good care of the food and communicate with people or whatever, it's difficult for us. Or it's made difficult for us when people first start dealing, you know, with us because they're expecting that kind of shit, you know. There's one lady in my town who, I'm getting a phone call. We'll be back. So I don't even remember where I left that last one off. I was getting a phone call, but, I keep forgetting to put these stupid glasses back on. It's so bright. So, true story, I was never a fan of wearing sunglasses. And I lived most of my life in South Florida, where God knows it's sunny. And I never liked sunglasses, you know, like one of my favorite features throughout my life was the color of my eyes. I like the color of my eyes. It's not conceited to say that all of us should find something that we love about our physical appearance. Not, you know, obviously we should be loving ourselves for who we are as people and for all the things that we've been through that have made us stronger and, you know, how we persevered, and we've all had a journey. But I'm saying, like, physically, right? You gotta find something. So I feel like for my life, it's just been my eye color. I have like really light colored, you know, a lot of people would call them amber. They're listed as hazel. But there are times that my eyes are actually yellow. Like if I'm really tired, my eyes are like, they're yellow. And there's other times where they're like green. And then sometimes they're just super light yellow, green, brown. So I didn't like wearing sunglasses because my favorite feature was my eyes. And I was like, oh, you know, but that's the other advantage of getting older is that you don't care. Those things are not as important to you. Like, okay, I'm not going to lie and say that I'm not a little disappointed with, you know, all the things drooping, you know, all the things happening, but that's just a natural progression. It's a natural part of life, you know, unless you're a celebrity or something and you can, or if you have the desire to continuously get like different procedures done. I don't really have that desire. I think if I didn't smoke cigarettes, I might do like one kind of, like just one, like maybe a mini facelift, like just get rid of some of this extra stuff. I don't even know, like I don't know, but I would never want to be like one of those people that, you know, is like, looks like a clown, or you know what I'm talking about. So I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, but I went on the thing about the glasses. So sunglasses, I never protected my eyes. That's bad. I mean, your eyes can get so damaged from, you know, constant exposure to the sun. And so it's only been for like maybe the last month or two that I broke down and I bought these sunglasses. I don't know. I think I got them at like a truck stop or something. And I just thought, oh, they're kind of cute. And they have like little jewels or whatever. And I don't know, but I do feel like I'm not squinting as much. I don't know how I went all these years without sunglasses. So, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oops, there I go again. I'm going to wind up editing these, or maybe not. Who knows what I'll do. And I don't even really know why I'm making these videos. Like, I haven't decided yet what I'm trying to accomplish. I know that I have been taking advice from a lot of people who work in the gig economy, like doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, you know, Lyft, whatever it is. And, you know, they talk about having several income streams, you know, and like some of them say that for them, YouTube is one of those, you know, so I mean, or TikTok, you know. And then I thought, oh, it's for kids, you know, so you see the young people, no. But I noticed it's not true. It's not true. There's a lot of older people, like Generation X people like me, out there creating content. And they seem to be killing it. So like right now I'm kind of green. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I have kind of read that YouTube doesn't really like the foul language. And that will be a challenge for me. But then I've noticed that some of my favorite YouTube personalities, you know, they drop F-bombs left and right. So I don't know. Oh, anyways, to be continued. I just did a shop and pay. It was for 9 items. It was for $14, and it was going like I don't know, close, a few miles. So this is so funny because this lady that I just did the shop and pay for, a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I went to go do a shop and pay for her. And she ordered like Boston baked beans, which are candy for some of you younger people. Like, I don't know, they still sell them, but they might not be popular. But anyway, her order had like 2 packs of the Dainty Mints, which are the butter mints. A lot of people used to joke and call them urine mints because they were the type of mints that they kind of like melt in your mouth. And they're really good. They usually come in like pastel colors. But anyway, she ordered 2 packs of those at Rite Aid, but they didn't have them. And we got to having a little nice text conversation through the app. And I was like, oh, I love those so much, you know. And so we were saying how whenever we find them, we always snag on this and that, blah, blah, blah. So the other day I happened to be in Rite Aid. I was not, you know, shopping for her at all. But of course I remembered where her house was because it's really close. So I ended up grabbing her. I mean, come on, they're like $2.50 or something. I wound up grabbing her a little bag of the little Dainty Mints, the butter mints, and I just like randomly went to her door, and I was like, these are for you. And she looked at them for a minute, and then she was like, and she was like so excited and happy. And I don't know, it was just a little small, tiny act of kindness. It's, you know, whatever. I bought the lady some mints, but she appreciated it so much. And it was on Mother's Day, so that was kind of cool. So, yeah, anyway, this shop and pay, it turned out it was her, because when I gave her that initial message, like, if you, I'm doing your shop, if you have substitutions in there, that's perfect. If you don't and they're out of something, I will definitely let you know. I always try to like just start that communication so that they're aware. And she was like, okay, my dear Buttermint friend. And I was like, oh, it's you. And I was so excited. And hopefully that makes up for the fact that this trip took me a long time. My God, that store was busy. They had 2 cashiers, and I tried to do the self-checkout thing, but I could not get the barcode to scan at all. So then the store lady came over to try to help me get it to scan, and it wouldn't. So she ended up canceling everything and just ringing it up, and so I finally got out of there. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of, I don't know, it was, like I said at the beginning somewhere, you know, I think they do match you up with the same customers. Maybe it's market dependent though. So yeah, I'm gonna go drop this off to her. So I just dropped it off, but she wasn't at the front. Another lady that she works with was there, and she was like, DoorDash, right? And I said yes, and she said, okay, this is for Sarah, all her nostalgic food items. And I was like, no nostalgic food items today. Pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. We had a nice little laugh. So that's what I mean. Like, I don't know. This is a small town, and I don't know if I should have said the lady's name. Oh, whatever. It's a pretty common name. And I didn't say where she worked or anything, so whatever. But yeah, it's a small market. Repeats customers. And I mean, I was just in the grocery store, and I was thanked. I was actually thanked by the lady who helped me for not yelling at her. And I'm like, you don't have to thank me for not yelling at you. Seems like that should be pretty ordinary. I don't think people should be yelling at you. So, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of, that was sad. And that's like, that just goes back to what I was saying. Like, are people just not as kind? Did 2020 and all that shit, like, do something to us as a society? Are we traumatized? Are we, you know, not okay? Like, what's going on? I mean, I don't know. I don't always feel like I'm okay. Things are pretty heavy sometimes, you know, but I really try. If I can, I try. And of course I fail because I'm human, but I try every day to keep a smile on my face, and maybe while I'm at it, you know, put a smile on someone else's face, or just I don't know, sometimes just waving hello to somebody, or even just holding the door for somebody, or even just, you know, saying like, have a great day, or just the tiniest little things matter. So I try to do that, but you know, then there's other times where, you know, I'm kind of just not having a good day, or I'm annoyed, or things are off balance, and I guess I try really hard to stay away from people when I'm like that. And I'm gonna go home right now, get something cool to drink. It's 90 degrees out here. I mean, I do have AC in the car, but boy, when I get out, I can feel it. Whew, I came home, like, I stopped at my house really quick just to get something to drink because it's hot out. No sooner did I pull in my driveway, got another order going right up the streets. Literally, the restaurant is, if I was a good thrower, I could throw a rock to it. And then the entire thing is only going a half a mile. So, like, where could it be going? The only thing I'm concerned about is waiting. Sometimes at this restaurant you have to wait, but other times not so much. So we'll see. I haven't really been out here that long. Yeah, I mean, it's not as busy as big markets. You definitely have to have some patience. Oh, I knew I was missing something. It's so bright out here. I have to always remember to, oh, I almost poked my eye out. I have to always remember to put the sunglasses on when it's bright like this, because I'm really starting to notice with age, I'm kind of losing some of my eyesight. I know, but that happens. Another thing that's fun as about getting older, like, I'm starting to not be able to see little writing and stuff, and I have to put the little reading glasses on. So I think, like, if I can minimize the damage from the sun, you know, that's a win. Am I going the wrong way? This is how close that restaurant is. Oh no, I'm going the right way. I wasn't even sure if I went too far, because that's how close it is. But anyway, yep, I get ready to pull in here and see what happens, and see if I'm met with that mean. Ugh, people are mean sometimes. We'll see. So I was ready super quick, and it's going like right. I mean, the GPS tried to give me walking instructions, so that's how close it's going. It's a hand to me, so I'll probably, I honestly, on the hand to me orders, I've just started doing that thing where I turn the video camera like on my phone. I don't like point it at anyone or anything, but I turn it on and then I walk up and I just ask them to confirm the name on the order, and then they say the name and I'm like, thank you, you have a lovely day, you know, that kind of thing, just to be sure that on the off chance, I've only had it happen one time here, or actually twice. Once the lady made a mistake, she reported both her orders not delivered instead of just one, which I delivered one, and then there was another dasher. But anyway, yeah, on the off chance that somebody tries to say like they didn't get their food, I like to have at least some kind of documentation. We do have to be out here protecting ourselves. I want to say that it's pretty abnormal that would happen at a business, but as we've seen, it does happen at businesses. So, you know, I don't want to be that person who gets caught up in that. But anyway, I think I've arrived already. So, here we are. Alright. So, I'm going to go back to my house. And try to... Woo! It is hot out there. I got this little spray hand sanitizer that I keep in my car. It's hard for me because I'm a food safety, oh my god, Serve Safe certified food safety manager. There we go. I got that out. And so I try to always use best practices, you know, like when I'm handling food. Even though like we get the bags and they're sealed, you know, still, if you see them like touching my face or whatever, I don't know. So then I just spray my hands and like sanitize them a little bit or whatever before I even pick up the bag, which I know is silly because I'm really not handling anyone's food. But at the same time, like, I don't know, just being in the service industry for so long, I'm very aware of like how you transfer, you know, germs and bacteria and all that nasty shit that nobody wants to deal with. So, yeah, I got that spray hand sanitizer. Yeah, the bad thing about being in a small market is that the orders don't just keep coming in. They don't. The good thing is I really can just sit at my house and wait for an order if I want to. So that's kind of cool. Like, you know, I might have the app turned on sometimes for 12 hours and somehow manage to accumulate a couple $100 and it doesn't even really feel like I hardly went anywhere. And then other times it's busy and I'll have the app on for like 4 hours and make over $100. So it's just so unpredictable. But I do like the fact that my house is centrally located smack in the middle of all the places, like the other side of town and both sides of town. I'm in the middle, so it's like I can get orders from any of the places right from my house. And if I feel like doing that, that's what I'll do. Sometimes though, I do like to go and post up where I am more likely to get orders. Like if it's super slow and I notice nothing's coming while I'm at home, then I'll go post up where there's like 4 or 5 little places. And then that's why I usually get so many shop and pays, because it'll be in the Rayleigh's parking lot, right? So if somebody orders Rayleigh's, I'm the lucky one. But I feel like I'm getting a lot better at shop and pays. I don't mind them that much, especially like consistently the same store. So I'm really starting to learn my way around the store. So I like that.